Chosen one, pause right here. Do not swipe away. What you are hearing is not for your entertainment. This is an urgent transmission from the heart of God, and the fact that it reached you is no coincidence. Heaven is saying to you right now, no, do not move. Do not react. Do not fall for this. There is a setup waiting ahead, and God is stepping in before you walk straight into it. The enemy has crafted something that looks beautiful, feels right, and seems perfectly aligned with your prayers. It feels like the door you have been waiting on. But God is warning you, do not make this mistake. You are being shielded from something you cannot see yet. That is why your spirit is stirred right now. That is why you feel this message grabbing you on the inside. If something in you is saying, this is for me, it is because God is trying to stop you before you step into a trap disguised as a blessing. You are entering a season where your obedience will be the line between breakthrough and heartbreak. Before we go deeper into this life-altering, God-delivered message, pause this video and do 3 things right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and write comment Amen, not for luck, but as a prophetic act of completion, signaling to heaven that you are ready for divine clarity and protection. And to those who are supporting us and giving to this ministry, whether through the comment section or the super thanks feature, understand this. You are not just a giver, you are a co-laborer. We are partners in this divine assignment. Your seed isn't random, it's alignment. It's your way of saying, God, I'm ready to move when you speak. Now let's dive into the message. Right now, you may feel a surge of hope, like something miraculous is about to break open in your life. Maybe it is a new opportunity, a relationship, a promotion, or an open door that seems perfectly timed. Everything about it feels like an answered prayer. Yet God is whispering, and for some of you shouting, no. What looks like a blessing is actually a snare. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil walks about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. 1 Peter 5:8. The enemy is patient. He has been watching, listening, studying, and preparing something that only you can fall for. This is not paranoia. This is a divine warning. Imagine a hunter stalking prey. He watches every movement, studies every pattern, and learns every weakness before setting the perfect trap. That offer, that relationship, that opportunity that feels tailored just for you may have been customized to target your hopes and vulnerabilities. It feels right, it feels timely, it feels like destiny, but God sees what you cannot. This is a moment where spiritual discernment is not optional. It is critical. God is not limiting you. He is protecting years of your calling from being damaged by one reckless choice. The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. John 10:10. The enemy thrives when you move unchecked, driven by excitement rather than wisdom. Life often wraps destruction in the clothing of opportunity. A new connection, a sudden financial opening, an innocent invitation, or a favor that seems harmless can hide devastating consequences. The enemy knows that when you are hungry for change and eager for good things, you tend to relax your guard. He is an expert in deception, making poison look like honey, making compromise look like promotion. Many people have accepted what looked like a dream job, only to find themselves trapped in toxic, draining environments. Many stepped into love that appeared genuine, only to uncover manipulation, betrayal, or emotional abuse. Not every gift is from God. Not every open door is from heaven. Satan himself transforms himself into an angel of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14. God is calling you to slow down and look deeper. He is training your heart to ask questions, not just feel excitement. Your breakthrough will not come through shortcuts, deceit, or compromise. Real blessings come with peace, alignment, and confirmation. They echo God's character and agree with His word. The blessing of the Lord, it makes rich, and He adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. When something brings chaos, confusion, or constant anxiety, that is not the fingerprint of God. That is a red flag. There is a reason the trap seems perfectly made for you. It is. The enemy has been studying your dreams, your wounds, your insecurities, and your desires. He knows what you long for, what you fear, and what you think you cannot live without. He leverages that knowledge. This is strategic, not random. Think of Joseph in the Bible. He faced temptations that were personal and intentional. Potiphar's wife did not just tempt any man. She targeted Joseph, the one with favor and a dream. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? He said, Genesis 39:9. Every trap around Joseph was designed to pull him away from his assignment. The same is happening with you. You must rise above impulse. You must be willing to ask, does this opportunity agree with God's promises for my life, or is it leading me into compromise? Wisdom is active. It prays, evaluates, and waits for confirmation. What you resist today could save you years of pain tomorrow. What you turn down now may be the very decision that protects your future calling. One of the enemy's favorite tools is urgency. He manufactures pressure. He pushes deadlines. He uses phrases like, last chance, act now. If you don't decide today, it's gone. He wants you to believe that if you pause, you will miss everything. But God is not afraid of time. He that believes shall not make haste. Isaiah 28:16. Rushed decisions often lead to regret. Financial disasters, broken marriages, fractured partnerships, and spiritual detours usually begin with a hurried yes and a silenced conscience. When everything feels rushed, you must ask, who is pushing this timeline, God or the enemy? God's interruptions may frustrate you in the moment, but they are layers of protection. He is saying, not yet. Stop. Look again. When you slow down, you start to see inconsistencies. You notice details. You pick up on small lies, odd behaviors, and hidden motives. Patience becomes your shield. Hurry becomes your weakness. Your destiny is too precious to be rushed by fear of missing out. When something falls into your lap and looks flawless, your heart may race. Your emotions say yes before your spirit has time to check. The enemy loves this. He hides traps in things that resemble miracles. That perfect offer, that perfect person, that perfect invitation may be built to derail your integrity, your focus, or your calling. Ask yourself, does this bring me closer to God or slowly pull me away? Many people, looking back, can now see the disasters they were spared simply because something did not work out. That business deal that fell through, that person who walked away, that door that mysteriously closed. In hindsight, it was mercy. All things work together for good to them that love God. Romans 8:28. God's no is often answered prayer in disguise. The false blessing always fades. The real one comes with staying power and peace. Understand this. Every dream, every hope, every insecurity is visible in the spiritual realm. The enemy is not guessing. He attacks strategically. He uses your desire for love, success, safety, or recognition as bait. He knows your hunger to be chosen, to be seen, to be affirmed. That is why many temptations feel so personal. They are. God's warning to you is simple. Examine your desires in His light. Bring them to Him. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37, verse 4. When your desires are surrendered, they are purified. When they're hidden, they become targets. Without prayer and discernment, temptation becomes a weapon that can pierce your destiny. With prayer and discernment, you become hard to trap. Not everyone who claps for you is safe for you. Not every smile is genuine. Jealousy is subtle and spiritual. People who envy your growth, your gift, or your favor can unknowingly partner with the enemy's agenda. He uses their insecurity to stir gossip, confusion, or chaos around you. Those you trust may become tools for delay, not always because they are evil, but because they are spiritually unguarded. God is urging you to pay attention. Study the energy and behavior around you. Notice when someone always pushes you to rush, to compromise, or to ignore your convictions. Listen when your peace drops after certain conversations. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Guard your inner circle. A small crack in your relationships can become an entrance point for spiritual sabotage. Some of the greatest dangers come through people you love. A friend, a mentor, even a family member can have intentions or fears that conflict with what God is doing in your life. They may mean well, but be misaligned with your calling, or they may be dealing with their own wounds and become open doors for manipulation and control. This is why discernment is crucial in every relationship. Pay attention to signs like constant pressure to ignore your intuition, encouragement to make risky or shady choices, or patterns of inconsistency and double talk. The enemy often uses familiar faces to make you feel safe while you walk into unsafe places. Sometimes God's intervention feels like sudden discomfort, nagging doubt, or a moment of sharp clarity about someone's true character. Do not dismiss that. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. John 10:27. Your heart picks up the truth before your mind understands it. There are moments when everything around you seems to glitch at once. Plans fall apart, communications get twisted, technology fails at critical moments, arguments erupt out of nowhere, and you feel a heavy cloud with no clear cause. These are not always coincidences. They can be signs of spiritual interference. The enemy is trying to wear you down emotionally so that you stop paying attention spiritually. When you feel unusually irritated, exhausted, numb, or anxious for no clear reason, check the atmosphere around you. Ask God, what is happening here? Often your spirit is picking up warfare long before your mind can label it. God allows the discomfort so that you will not walk blind into danger. He is saying, pay attention, something is off. Your spirit is your internal alarm. That sudden shift of peace when you step into a room. That tension in your chest when you talk to a certain person. That heaviness that falls over you when you're about to say yes to something. These are spiritual alerts. The peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. When peace leaves, you should investigate why. Do not talk yourself out of discernment. Do not force yourself to be comfortable where your spirit is disturbed. Emotions are powerful, and the enemy knows that if he can hijack your emotions, he can hijack your decisions. Temptation rarely appears dangerous. It shows up charming, comforting, exciting, or healing. You may meet someone who speaks exactly to your wounds, who makes you feel special and seen. You may be drawn to something that feels like relief, attention, or love. But not every emotional pull is from God. The enemy often uses emotional chemistry to distract you from spiritual clarity. Many destinies have been derailed because someone followed attraction instead of instruction, feelings instead of revelation. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Jeremiah 17:9. Emotional temptation is not just romantic. Sometimes it is about validation, about wanting to prove something, about wanting to belong. The enemy studies your hidden hurts and then sends people and opportunities that fit them perfectly, but in the wrong spirit and at the wrong time. This is why certain people appear exactly when you are lonely, tired, or discouraged. This is why attractive offers show up when your guard is low. The enemy does not tempt you with what you do not want. He tempts you with what you want most. What feels like a soul connection can actually be a web. What feels like destiny can be a distraction in disguise. Before you let emotions lead, pause. Ask, does this bring me closer to God's voice, or does it pull me into confusion? God's blessings bring clarity and stability, not chaos and shame. Life is shaped by decisions, and some decisions are turning points. The enemy is not just trying to frustrate your day. He wants to derail your future. All he needs is one yes that creates long-term damage, one relationship that drains years of healing, one job that crushes your confidence, one partnership that ruins your peace, one compromise that leaves scars. Think of people who spent years recovering from one wrong relationship, rebuilding after one wrong deal, or healing from one betrayal they never saw coming. One decision can shift the direction of your entire life. This is why God is slowing you down. This is why you feel that inner resistance, that hesitation, that sense that something is not right. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Sometimes God will block a person, an offer, or a path, and you will not understand why until later. Even the strongest and most anointed people have been set back by stepping into things they were never authorized to touch. This is not fear, it is wisdom. Your destiny is too valuable to gamble on one impulsive choice. You have gone through too much, healed from too much, and survived too much to lose everything over a moment of emotional blindness. When the enemy cannot stop your blessing, he targets your discernment. That is why confusion has felt heavier lately. That is why decisions that used to be simple now feel foggy. Discernment is your spiritual eyesight, and the enemy knows that if he can blur your vision, he can lead you anywhere. He wants you to ignore warnings, misread signs, and trust the wrong voices. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. 1 Corinthians 14:33. If confusion is ruling, something is off. Discernment gets cloudy when you are tired, burned out, distracted, or disconnected from God. The enemy waits for those moments to present something that feels right, but is not. He wants you to react quickly instead of seeking God slowly. He wants you to choose from emotion, not revelation. A spiritually blind person cannot see the difference between an answered prayer and a trap. That is exactly the condition the enemy wants for you. God is inviting you to sharpen your discernment again. Step back, breathe, pray, quiet the noise. When you reconnect with Him, fog lifts, motives become visible, red flags become obvious. You begin to see what you could not see before. Discernment is not a luxury for spiritual elites. It is a necessity for every person with a calling. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God. That gives to all men liberally. James 1:5. Protect your spiritual eyesight with prayer, humility, and stillness. Not every attack is loud. Some arrive as laziness, scrolling, procrastination, distraction, or constant fatigue. The enemy does not always need to shut doors. Sometimes he just needs you too tired or too distracted to walk through them. You start losing passion, delaying obedience, drifting from habits that used to keep you sharp. You waste time, numb out, and tell yourself you will get serious later. This is not harmless, it is sabotage. Many destinies are not destroyed by open sin, but by slow neglect. The enemy is content to watch you drift, as long as you do not advance. If he cannot defeat you, he will try to dull you. God is calling you to wake up. Arise from the dead, and Christ shall give you light. Ephesians 5:14. Your time is sacred. Your focus is spiritual warfare. Every hour lost to distraction is an hour stolen from your purpose. When God blocks something, it often hurts. You may weep over a lost opportunity, a closed door, or a relationship that ended without explanation. You may ask, God, why? Why did you let this slip away? But His no is not rejection, it is redirection and protection. He sees conversations you never heard. He sees motives you never discerned. He sees danger you were too in love to notice. Think about the things you begged God for in the past. Some of them would have destroyed you if He had said yes. That person who left could have broken you. That job you wanted so badly could have drained you spiritually and emotionally. That move you desired could have been a trap wrapped in success. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Psalm 46, verse 1. Often, His help shows up as a closed door. What is truly meant for you cannot be stolen. What is not meant for you cannot be forced to stay. One day, you will thank God for every door He locked, every plan He interrupted, and every separation He allowed. Right now, you may feel pain, but later you will see protection. This message is not casual. For someone watching, this is a final warning before the trap springs. The enemy is counting on you to ignore the signs, to doubt your intuition, and to rush into something because it looks perfect and feels urgent. He wants you emotional, not spiritual, impulsive, not prayerful. But God is saying, stop, listen, pay attention. Your next steps are critical. This moment will shape whether you move into destiny or get detoured by danger. You may feel torn inside. Part of you is excited and ready to jump. Another part feels uneasy, hesitant, or confused. That inner conflict is your sign. God is trying to reach your heart before the enemy reaches your decision. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. This is not the time to be driven by adrenaline. It is the time to be anchored in God. The enemy often sets traps on timers. He prepares situations that will trigger at just the right moment, when you are tired, offended, lonely, or under pressure. That unexpected text, that sudden invitation, that last-minute offer might be scheduled to appear when you can least think clearly. He studies your schedule and your emotional cycles. He knows when you pray less and scroll more. That is when he strikes. God is giving you insight ahead of time. Awareness is protection. When life suddenly feels rushed, when multiple decisions pile up, when pressure feels unnatural, pause. Ask God for wisdom. Each moment you choose vigilance over impulse, you disarm a trap that was meant to catch you off guard. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Matthew 26:41. Not every battle is yours to fight. The enemy would love to drag you into conflicts, debates, and dramas that God never assigned to you. Some fights look noble, even righteous, but they are distractions sent to drain your energy and cloud your mind. You feel pulled into arguments, pulled into fixing people, pulled into rescuing situations that are not your responsibility. The scars from unnecessary battles can linger for years. Spiritual maturity is not proven by how many fights you enter, but by which ones you refuse. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Exodus 14:14. Learn to ask, is this my battle, or is this a trap? Every misdirected fight steals time and attention from the real assignment God has given you. Your destiny is too valuable to be swallowed in constant conflict. A single yes can reroute your life. That next agreement, that signature, that commitment may look small in the moment, but it carries weight in the spirit. The enemy packages traps as once-in-a-lifetime chances, promising advancement, visibility, comfort, or love. He wants you to say yes without seeking God. He wants you to follow pressure, not peace. Your yes should be sacred. Before you give it, ask hard questions. Does this honor God? Does this protect my integrity? Does this nurture or drain my spirit? Decisions made without clarity rarely lead to peace. Waiting for confirmation may feel irritating, but regret lasts much longer than patience. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:6. The enemy loves to weaponize urgency. Do it now, or lose it forever. That voice is not God. Divine guidance can be firm, but it is not frantic. God's direction may be strong, but it comes with peace, not panic. Whenever you feel pushed, cornered, or rushed, slow down. Slow is not weak. Slow is wise when your soul is on the line. The enemy also knows how to mirror your dreams and send counterfeits. The counterfeit looks like everything you prayed for. The conversation feels deep. The offer seems ideal. The timing appears perfect, yet something in you does not settle. God is saying, do not negotiate with this. Do not try to fix it. Do not explain it away. Walk away. Abstain from all appearance of evil. 1 Thessalonians 5:22. The perfect trap always hides a cost you cannot see at first. Chosen one, God is not exposing the enemy to scare you, but to save you. He is reminding you that you are not unprotected, you are loved. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. But for that promise to unfold in your decisions, you must partner with his wisdom. This is your moment to step back, breathe, and realign with him. Guard your heart, your time, your yes, and your peace like they are sacred, because they are. Now pray from your heart, Lord, open my eyes, expose every trap, show me every counterfeit, give me courage to walk away from what is not from you, even if I want it. Lead me into truth, into peace, and into the path you prepared for me. If this message is stirring your spirit, it is not by accident. God is talking to you. Obey the warning and you will be protected. Honor his voice and you will be elevated. This is not just another video, this is your crossroads. Chosen one, choose wisely. Let this message reach every hurting heart, every pure heart under attack, every person one revelation away from transformation. Move through every share, every comment, every like, every subscription. Let your spirit flow through it. And now, seal this moment with your fire. Let every listener walk away with a pure heart that cannot be misled, a wise heart that cannot be shaken, a chosen heart that cannot be deceived. Amen.